Hello and welcome to ENC 1102. My name is Professor Andrew Young, and today I'll walk you through how to navigate our ENC 1102 course on Canvas. When you log on to Canvas, locate our course on your dashboard, which will show your enrolled courses. Once you click on our course, you'll arrive here, the home page. On the left-hand side of the screen, you have a navigational column with important links such as the home link, announcements, syllabus, discussions, grades, and some other items that I'll explain in a moment. But first, let's talk about this home page. You'll notice several rows that list our course's modules. If you click on the first row, ENC 1102, Your Journey Begins Here Week 1, you will then see a drop-down menu for that particular row. Your first step in this course is to click here to begin your ENC 1102 journey. Once here, you're going to want to complete all of the tasks on this page before you start the course's readings and assignments. So whether this is your first online class or your 10th online class, I can't stress the importance of completing these tasks and reading through these instructions. If you jump ahead without completing these tasks, you will be potentially confused about the guidelines and expectations. So the first step will be to watch this video on how to navigate the course. So if you're watching this video, that means you have accessed this video link. After you watch this short informational video on Canvas, you will then want to read our course's syllabus. Once you click the course syllabus, you'll discover that it's a lengthy document. I don't necessarily recommend that you print it out because of how long it is. However, it is expected that you read the entire syllabus. The syllabus discusses our course's textbooks, my office hours, grading structure, something called rubrics, which is how I'm going to grade assignments and essays. And there's one particular section titled Course Guidelines and Policies. Since this is an online class, I do not take late work. You're more than welcome to submit assignments earlier. I just don't take work after the due date. And so you'll want to be aware of all of the assignments, due dates, and expectations. Which brings me to probably one of the most important documents in the course, and it's the calendar of activities, which is right below the syllabus. This I recommend you print out. So when you click this document, you will then get a Microsoft Word document that looks like this. So I'm creating this video before my fall 2019 course, as you can see right here. So for my future students, this heading and these dates will look different than the video. However, the video is still relevant for the structure and layout of the class. So you'll notice that the calendar of activities is organized by columns. So with the dates, the module, the readings, the assignments, points, and then due dates and so forth. So let's take a look at our first week. Okay, so you'll notice our first topic is titled Introductions and Greetings. You'll need to review the syllabus, buy the textbooks, which the syllabus details, and then ensure that your computer has the right tech requirements, which is listed on page 6 of the syllabus. Once you complete those items, you'll then move on to the assignment and activity. So for this first week, you'll post a greeting and introduction in our discussion board, which I'll show you where that is in a moment. So you'll post an initial discussion response, and then you'll also have to respond to 2 students. In yellow, it says any student who does not complete this first week's activities will be dropped for non-attendance. So it's very important that you complete this first assignment and activity by the due dates. If not, you will potentially be dropped from the course. You'll notice that for some due dates, you'll have until Sunday by 11:59. So you'll have, a pretty good window of time to complete an assignment. With the discussion boards, however, the initial response will need to be posted by Friday at 11:59, which gives other classmates an opportunity to read it and then respond to it, whereas your responses to your classmates, you'll have a Sunday at 11:59 cutoff. And to help you remember a lot of these due dates, I'll post regular announcements, which is located right here, about the due dates. So anytime I post an announcement, this will get filtered into your student email. So it's important that you check your student email. It's important that you check Canvas, the announcements that you're receiving them, and then also keep track of the due dates within the calendar of activities. Okay, so just to go back to the original page, here we go. The other items that you'll need to review include the student contract as well as net etiquette and online manners. So since this is an online class, it is important that we use language that's appropriate for discussion boards and responses. So be sure to read through both of these sections. And then the last few items that I'll just point out include Here's my email address, a.young@fscj.edu. Feel free to contact me at any point if you have questions about any of the assignments. And then if you have technical issues, at the bottom of the page, I've included information from Canvas, such as their phone number, their direct numbers, their email, as well as FSCJ has a technical support page, which is listed here that you can take advantage of. So let's jump back to the home page and the courses organization. So if we click back on the home page, oh, and before I forget, something really helpful about Canvas that's on the home page is something called the to-do list, which is right over here. You'll notice that this to-do list will show assignments that are due, or comments from your professor that he or she has posted in the announcements, such as this item right here. This is the announcement. So as you work through the course, you'll start to see items populate, and then once you're done, you can just simply click it off and it'll disappear. So as I mentioned, our course is organized into corresponding modules like so. Once you click on the module, you'll then get the drop-down menu, and each module offers an introduction. So here Module 1 has an intro, Module 2 has an intro. Just to show it to you, it's important that you click on it and then read the instructions, and then the breakdown and overview of that module. You'll notice that every module will have a learning unit connected to it. It's important that you click on this and read it before you start the textbooks readings, as well as the assignments and the discussions. The learning unit will give you an overview about how everything is connected and tied together, and then once we get into more the future modules, some of the more technical aspects of writing and the nonfiction elements, those learning modules will be very helpful for explaining some of those steps and processes. Okay, so you'll want to make sure you review that before you complete the readings out of the textbook, as well as the discussion and then any other assignments. So if we go back, and then we have a discussion board, which, just so I can point this out, here's the discussion board for the first week. Now what you'll discover, if you click on this, it also is connected to the link over here. So there is some overlap with some of these links, so you can access them either way. Same thing goes for the syllabus. You can also access the syllabus and the calendar of activities here. So that's one of the things with Canvas. There is a little bit of overlap. So I'll just show you this since this is your first week. So if you click on this, you'll then get the instructions for the discussion board. And then you'll just click your reply right here, and then you'll post your response. Now for discussion boards, I recommend that you actually type your response in the window. There is a spell check in here. One strategy is always to use Microsoft Word and then copy and paste it in here just to ensure that there aren't any spelling or grammatical or punctuation errors. There is an attachment feature that you can use. The only reason why I don't advise that for discussion boards is then your classmate has to then click on that attachment to open it up in a new window, whereas if you just post it here, it just gets posted nicely right here. So here's the discussion board, and then I'll just go back to the home page once again. And so as you can see, all of the modules are active. As I mentioned, you're more than welcome to work ahead through each module. I just don't take assignments after the due date. Okay, and so that you can kind of have the breakdown right here of all of the modules that you can work through. The next item that I want to show you is grades, and it's a really great feature in Canvas, because what you can do is if you click on your account, you'll have your name here, and then if you uploaded a photo, that photo will be here. But the notifications is something that's pretty cool, because anytime a professor either posts a grade, or let's say a classmate responds to one of your posts, you can set up in your notifications where you get an email about that. And then what you can see is you'll see the score, and then the notes and the comments that I have left you or your professor has left you for that particular essay or reading or discussion. Now our course is out of a total of 1,000 points, so if you're shooting for an A in this class, you're looking for a 900 to 1,000, so you're moving the decimal over. 900 would be a 90%. And so forth. A B is 800 to 899, a C is 700 to 799. So I would encourage you to check your grades as they get posted. If you see an error, sometimes I inadvertently make an error, just let me know, and then we can, I'll address that. So you can just send me an email if you notice anything. But anyway, this is really great. And then the other features, which I'll talk more about as we get to future modules, is this really fabulous tool called Brainfuse. And what's great about it is you can get live help. As you can see, tutors are available right now from a variety of different topics, and so you can select a topic, and then once you select a topic, you then get like this subject or subtopic related to it to get more focused help. So that's one thing you can connect with. What we're going to take advantage of is this great writing lab where you'll submit an essay and then have a professional tutor review your essay, and you'll get a detailed report about the strengths and the weaknesses. So obviously we're going to use it for our class. I would highly recommend that you use it for all of your classes beyond ENC 1102, since it's a service that you don't pay for. Well, it's sort of embedded within your tuition, but you don't have to pay anything in addition for this particular service. And then the last item is Office 365. I don't know a whole lot about this. I did post it here. My understanding is if you log in, you should have access to Microsoft Word and then some of the other features of Word. I will show you in future modules how to access Microsoft Word and other ways for free as FSCJ students. And that ends our informational tour of Canvas. If you have any questions, please let me know this semester. I'm certainly here to help you. The last little piece of advice that I'll offer is really try to read everything during the weekdays. The sooner the better, because if you have questions, I'll be able to get back to you, and I'm really good about trying to get back to students in a timely manner. Where it gets a little tricky is on the weekends. I may not be able to respond back as quickly. And I don't advise that you start reading everything or all the instructions like Sunday at 10 p.m. since sometimes you'll have that 11:59 cutoff, and if you have questions, I probably will not be able to get back to you during that time. So I wish you all the best this semester, and take care.